Hey, welcome back. We got some World of Warcraft to play today, and an interesting patch, which is pretty sweet. On the day that I'm about to ding 30, the level cap in beta is actually going up to 40, so that's super conveniently timed for me. They're also adding Arathi Basin this week, which is my favorite battleground, so we'll definitely spend some time in there.
Greetings.
It's too far away. I need a target.
It's rained a little bit here, too. So we gotta pop 30 here real quick. And then we'll start looking for groups to level up fast.
I'm out of range.
Shouldn't be too hard. There it is. It's a big level. Go get some new skills, start looking for a group. Put a couple of burgers on the grill. You know how it is. I think at level 30 we get one of the coolest rogue moves, at least for PvP. We get Kidney Shot, which is really, really powerful. Pretty good in PvE too, but that pocket stun is really helpful when you're chasing down those casters.
What can I do for you? How are you?
Yep, you do get Kidney Shot. I can't believe I remembered that. Definitely taking that one. New Sin Strike. Ah, Deadly Poison. Love this stuff. And that cost a lot of money, but those are good skills. Kidney Shot is darn good. Deadly Poison is super annoying for your enemies because it's a dot, so it'll keep ticking on them.
What can I do for you? Need help? Have a good one.
Deathweed.
Hey there. See you around.
Yo, Kinley, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to provide, you know, trying to provide quality content to the D Squad, you know what I'm saying? Hey, everything we do here is quality. This is the highest quality experience on the internet, Cannoli. I think you know that. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good night. We got E3 coming up. It's gonna be hot. It's getting hot out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to look for a dungeon group and try to find a nice spot to level. I believe at level 30, we can go to a place that no longer exists in the same form in Modern WoW. In Thousand Needles, there's a racetrack. There's a crap load of quests there. Now how you get there as an Alliance character, I think... That's a good question. We should probably answer. God, I have no idea where this zone is. There it is. Wow, how the hell do you get there? I guess we go to Theramore and walk down. Kinley says this stream is high quality Parmesan while other streamers are just plain cheese whiz. Alright, I'll take Parmesan. Like an aged Gouda or something like that, with a little Parmesan. Maybe some hints of, you know, burrata, you know, some good stuff. Some fried burrata, yeah. Now that sounds really good. Found a group for Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. That's in Silverpine Forest. It's the quickest way I can get there. It's over near Undercity. Yeah, I'm aware, can only believe me. I love that stuff. You can fry it, you know that? You ever had fried burrata? With with some dried chili peppers? It's freaking amazing.
Need help? Be careful.
You guys seen Scarlet Monastery? That's where we're going. It's a super cool set of dungeons. You haven't had... Oh, I've never fried it myself, actually. Cannoli. I always get it when I'm out at, like, you know, an Italian restaurant. It's my go-to. Anytime I see burrata on the menu, I order that, no matter what. Generally, it's part of, like, a mozzarella flight, you know? Those are freaking amazing. And you can find some place that fries up the burrata real good with some peppers. It's freaking amazing. I'll tell you what. You ever had a mozzarella flight? I love them. I know they're like trendy now, you know, with the millennials, but I was doing those before they even, you know, were a thing. Uskin, hey, what's up, yo? Good to see you. And Cannoli says, I've never heard of a mozzarella flight. Are you kidding me? It's like a beer flight, but with mozzarella. You gotta go get yourself one, trust me. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, they just upped the level cap today. So I hit 30, cap gets increased, just in time. And I am already in a Scarlet Monastery group, so I'm gonna gear up hard. I definitely need some new gear. So hopefully we're going to get some drops, we're going to get some XP, we're going to kill some crap. It is going to be an awesome evening. Scarlet Monastery is divided into 4 sections in Vanilla WoW, I think. Graveyard, Monastery itself. Man, I forget the wings. Because I think in Modern WoW you can only do 2 of the wings. And it's been so long. Will the streaming schedule change this week for E3? Not this week, but during the show? Yeah, it probably will. Due to necessity. I will be on a lot of those streams and doing coverage for most of those big, at least for the big press release conference days. So that may impact them slightly. But it shouldn't change until, what is it? Till Sunday? Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Maybe, but I don't think there'll be much impact. Maybe a night or two. Based on the schedule. We can have some fun talks about what happened today. The days that I'm here, we can talk about what the new stuff is coming out. It could be fun. But yeah, it might impact a couple nights, but I don't think it'll be more than 1 or 2 nights. This is how powerful warlocks are. Man, I just having to walk to this instance and fly there is just absurd. Plus, I don't really remember where it is. I gotta go into Tirisfal Glades, and it's up here in the top right corner, I think. Like, I can get there. But it's gonna be a pain. Totally worth it, though, because it is some good farming, good XP, good loots. How's everyone doing? Oh, Warcraft Classic is still good. I can't wait to actually play this with my friends again. I'm getting the gang back together, you know? I had people call me up on the phone and be like, "D, you hear about Classic? We're coming back." And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, I haven't talked to you in like 15 years. Like, works at like a, He's like VP at a toothpaste company or something now. I'm like, okay, cool, man. I haven't talked to you since Vanilla. Guess we're playing WoW again. Did they remaster the textures? No, I have this on classic mode, so this should be accurate textures and accurate assets. You can change it to play it with modern texturing if you change the graphics, but I have it on classic settings. There's an option. So even if you do choose to play with modern stuff, you still are using classic assets no matter what. Chris, hello. Good evening to you. Hope you're having a good one. As you can see in Classic, it takes a good amount of time to get anywhere. Anywhere worth going, anyway. From here, I'm going to have to walk. And this is not an area you want to walk through, by the way. This is a heavy contested area. Full of PvP and hordes. I don't even know if Alliance has a place in Tirisfal Glades where they can find a flight point. I don't think there is one. Can't go to Brill, can't go to Undercity. There might be one near the Plague Lands, but I don't know when they put that barricade in. I don't know if it was in Vanilla in this patch. Killzone, hello, good evening. That is not a great question for the stream, Killzone. But I will humor it anyway. You do need to ask better questions, I think. As far as religion goes, I consider myself an agnostic. I believe in higher powers, but I do not necessarily ascertain to any sort of organized religion. Bad Moto Scooter. I am so excited to get back into WoW again. Quit during Wrath, came back during BFA. Only lasted a week, didn't like what they did to it. Yeah, BFA has not gone over well with a lot of people. Now, Legion I thought was really great, by the way. So let's be fair here. I thought Legion was amazing. I think BFA is better than people give it credit. However, like for the life of me, I still think Classic and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King are freaking amazing. Like, they're so good. Now, I do have some caveats. Like, I think a lot of the fun stuff in these games, in the older World of Warcraft, was about the journey and the leveling. I don't know if the end game is as interesting, and I just can't see that yet. Like, those 40-man raids, I don't know. I don't know if I ever want to go back to those, like, ever. And the end game and stuff like that. I just don't know that it's going to be compelling enough to hang on. But I definitely want to go back and do 60 and do all that fun stuff again. Legion was really fun. Bad Moto Scooter was definitely my most fun modern expansion since Wrath. Wiskin says, I didn't even try WoW until my friend bought me Legion. But Classic looks crazy for a game originally released in 2004. Yeah, it really did. It redefined everything. Everybody is always like, WoW killed MMOs because you know why? It's because it was the best one. That's the real answer. It successfully combined accessibility, although most people wouldn't call this game accessible by today's standards. Accessibility and convenience aspects with the MMO model at the time, which was like EverQuest, Dark Age of Camelot. These are much more hardcore experiences that required even more time than Classic WoW to play. And playing Classic World of Warcraft in its heyday was, in fact, a full-time job. I should know. But it was just incredible, and it still is today. Like, a lot of these game design decisions are still awesome. They really do hold up. I don't think endgame design is going to hold up as well as the leveling experience, because I think the leveling experience is just like is the perfect. It takes time, you reach worthy goals, you feel more powerful, there's no scaling, so you're working toward big goals, getting your mount, getting new gear. These are all like major milestones. Leveling takes a while. You do have to grind. There's PvP integrated into the experience. A lot of different things. Now, there's some things that aren't as good as today. Like, quest design is completely threadbare in comparison to stuff today. There's no elaborate quest chains with any story development in comparison. You just, like, you take a thing somewhere, Inventory management is definitely garbage compared to today. I think a lot of improvements have been made in the loot system. I know a lot of people, you know, they don't like personal loot and all that stuff, but man, the issues that we used to have with Officer Council, DKP, Loot Council, and all that nonsense in 20 and 40-man raids, it's just a freaking nightmare. We had to have, like, spreadsheets and Excel documents with people's DKP and track attendance, and God, I could go on. I could go on for hours. But the core of Classic World of Warcraft holds up today and is like the MMO model. It's just the endgame that I think is gonna turn people off, even when they get really into it, because they will. But like the endgame is strictly like it's a gear grind and a resist gear and sets, and like it's not like you can just go keep doing it. You gotta wait for your raid to come around every week. Find 39 other people. Get your loot officer to make sure he gives you the piece of gear. I don't know. The whole endgame thing is a big question mark right now, but I can tell you that the core game experience, levels 1 to 60, which will take you a long time, probably 250 hours or more on your first playthrough, is worth it. And that's probably not even factoring in PvP. But just in the time that I've been talking here, we've still been walking to this dungeon, because that's the only way to get there. Now, see, warlocks are really powerful in vanilla because they can summon people. That's a very, very powerful skill when you have a situation like this, and you want to get people to a location quickly. The good thing is we got a dungeon group, and dungeon group is fast leveling and good loot. Because you don't want to level outside level 30 to 40, because there's going to be a ton of freaking horde out there that are going to kill you over and over. You want to get your levels first so that you can go outside and kill them over and over with your elite gear. Because gear makes an absurd difference. Like, you get the right stuff, you can just one or two shot people. Jack says, I thought beta cap was 30. Jack, it was until today. They just raised it mere hours ago. It's now 40. And they're adding a new battleground, my favorite battleground, on Thursday, Arathi Basin. It's like they knew just when to raise it. That's right, Chris. We are going to be starting to save my pennies for the mount. We have We got 7 gold out of that 100 now. Now, when it launches, I'm planning to go enchanting. And I might play a rogue, and I might play a warlock. I'm not sure yet, but after playing this rogue so long, I'm feeling the rogue again. The opportunities it creates for me in world PvP, I don't know if I can pass them up. When we got that sweet kill on that priest last night, from behind in stealth, I don't know if I can trade the stealthiness to go to warlock, even though warlock is probably the better choice. With warlock, I'll get to summon my friends, and I'll get great pets, and you can solo elite monsters, and you can farm better. And we're all about the farm life here. Chris says, how many rogues does it take to kill a paladin? The answer is 2, Chris. 3, depending on gear. Jack says, remember when you killed that AFK dude? Yeah, I do. He deserved it. Wait till you see how many Alliance are going to kill, Horde are going to kill me today after, if I ever leave the monastery. Okay, so I have to walk right by Undercity here. That's not good. Maybe I can walk behind it. Nope, it's all water. Walking in front of this is going to get me killed for sure. Crap. I mean, really, it's very gear dependent when we're talking about Classic, Chris. You get the right loot, it doesn't even matter. Like, you could shred people like paper. But if the Paladin has the right loot, then he's going to destroy you. Loot in Classic is a huge difference, and I think that's one of the reasons why they changed it over time to be the way it is, because it was just straight up unfair to PvP stuff people with overpowered PvE weapons. There was no normalization, there was no scaling, you would just literally explode people. Which, if you're on the, if you're dishing it out, it feels really good. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're walking right in front of Undercity now. It's pretty sketch. This is a Horde Bastion city. So often undead are going to come out from that city to take that Zeppelin right there to Orgrimmar. This is technically Horde territory. But Scarlet Monastery is a big dungeon, 4 different wings, all kinds of loot, tons of bosses. I would imagine that most of them have no variety in encounters whatsoever. They're all tank and spank, but that's just how things were. Getting gear, getting XP, looting up, making friends. That's the key here. Normally you'd have to find a group, and then like if these guys were good, you'd be like add them to your friends list. You'd be like tomorrow you'd log on, you'd be doing the same dungeon. You'd be like, yo, you want to go to Scarlet Monastery again? And then like you guys would be friends, you guys would do guilds, you guys would hang out on weekends. And that's just how social circles kind of formed. And then if it was bad, you'd also find a guy that you wouldn't group with again. Because unlike Modern WoW, they were all like, you know, on your server. These are people you'd have to know and build or negate relationships with. Oh god, I'm almost there. It's such a long walk. Think about how long we've been going here. Now granted, there might be a flight point over here. Like over here. I don't remember when it was added in the game. I don't think the barricade was actually there on release. The flight point. But since we're playing 1.102, 1.12, it might be there. So we'll definitely want to get that flight point before we go home after this adventure, whether we win or lose. It's a very mysterious monastery that we're going to. I bought tons of poison, so we should be good there. I don't actually know what wing they're in, but I'm going to assume it's the Graveyard wing since we're only level 30. You could do 30 to 40 all in this one block of dungeons if you really wanted to. Probably get mad gear too. And gear is something we desperately need. We're still wearing stuff from the Westfall, alright? Which is crazy. Now this may not look impressive by today's standards, but man, this was a scary dungeon back in those days. Like, you're like, what is this dungeon? Like, full of all these crazy inquisitors. And it had different wings, and you're always trying to push the hardest wing you could go to, because nobody had done that stuff. It was all unexplored territory. You can see there's some horde tried to kill me as I walked in. There is always a fight outside of this dungeon. Oh, it looks like they're already pretty far in. Which sucks, because I wanted to drop off the first guy. The first guy in here, the Inquisitor, the Grand Torturer, or whatever his name is, he drops a sweet little dagger. The Red Hot Poker, I think it's called.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
It took me so long to get here that my poisons actually ran out. Yeah, it is. It's this is one of the this dungeon has some outdoor space. This wing, the Graveyard wing, which is a very small wing. I think there's only 2 bosses in vanilla, the Torturer and then like the end boss. It was altered in the current version of the dungeon.
It's too far away. I can't reach that.
So what we did was we went back to get this chest. Ironically, I think this hammer is an upgrade. Yeah, 270.
I'm out of range.
That green hammer was actually a pretty significant upgrade for my main hand weapon. I see in the current version of WoW, this boss would be right here. And then there's like a lot more dungeon to it. But in this version, basically you just go down the stairs and kill this guy, and he drops like an offhand orb for casters. And I think a staff. He doesn't drop anything for me. This is like a really small dungeon with only 2 bosses, because it's only one wing of the 4 wings. It was built out into a much larger experience in current World of Warcraft. I keep thinking I'm Horde all the time. I see a Night Elf and I'm like, oh god, kill him.
I don't have a target.
One thing I do remember about Graveyard, though, from Vanilla, is that there were 2 different places where rare monsters could spawn in this area. In the little alcove tombs on the right and the left. And they both had some pretty choice drops. I don't believe they exist anymore in the current version of World of Warcraft. This was a unique dungeon because I think it's one of the only ones that has 2 different rare spawns that can pop. In the same area. This is always a very unique niche dungeon to do. In fact, back in the day, you always used to know who knew what they were talking about. When they'd get to around level 30 and they'd want to do SM Graveyard. Because everybody would be like, there's no loot in there. It's like, well, you don't know about the secret spawns. And they would actually have some really good stuff. I think there was a 2-handed sword. God, I don't remember.
I need a target.
Look at all this loot. Piles of it. Yeah, Chris, definitely. There was no transmog back then, so when you had a cool piece of loot, it was, you know... You really got to show it off.
I can't attack.
That's why it was such a big deal when you got like a big item on the server, because you could just walk around town and everybody be like, whoa, that dude's the only one who's killed Nefarian or Ragnaros. And they've got that badass weapon. And you could actually one-shot people with those weapons. Oh, look at this catchy cactus. I started playing games with Catchy Cactus in the Burning Crusade, where we did a guild merger.
I can't attack that.
Well, if you've been here, you've been quiet, Catchy. You've been real quiet. You've been real quiet, Catchy.
It's too far away. I can't attack that target.
Man, I'm gonna fill my bag so fast in here. It's okay, we're getting that mount money, you know what I'm saying?
We hunger for vengeance.
So this boss does like AoE stuff, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't recall him doing too rough.
Target.
Yeah, he drops that a lot. Catchy Cactus says, how much gold do you have? Well, let's see. 7. 7 big coins.
I like to fart in the tub.
Oh, wow, that's cool, Catchy. When's that? And also, I'm not poor. I got pretty good money. You think skills are cheap? I want to see how much gold you have at level 30, D. I do click slice and dice. If it's not on my main number bar, I click it. There are no add-ons or anything yet, Catchy.
I need to get closer. I need a target. I'm out of range.
I don't click Sin Strike or Eviscerate. Or Kidney Shot or Kick or anything on the bar. Yeah, how much gold do you have, Catchy? Hey, Naka, how are you doing tonight? Oh no, Naka, we are 30. 30 going on 40.
Out of range.
That's right, Naka. Today they raised the cap. It's like they know when to raise it. Cap raised today, and from what I hear, Arathi Basin on Thursday. That's right, Naka, you got it completely correct. They're like, oh, he's about to hit 30, we better raise it. I'm clearly the model that they're using. Oh my god, look what a cluster does outside. And this is nothing compared to what it's going to be on release. That place is going to be just wall-to-wall people murdering each other. There is, in fact, a strategy to leveling in dungeons. Not only do you get good loot, you avoid all the chaos outside in PvP land. And believe me, it will be chaos. It will be absolutely insane. So the strategy is to hide in dungeons, get all the best loot and get the levels, then you go out and kill everyone trying to level out there. So we'll get to kill the Inquisitor here, which means I get a shot at the poker. Which will be nice. Yeah, I don't know how many servers they're planning on having, but it is going to be absurd out there.
I need a target.
Tell me everything.
Here's the interrogator guy. This guy drops the red hot poker that I want. And it looks like just like it does on his model.
Naughty secrets. Go rip the secrets from your flesh.
I don't have a target.
I'm pretty sure we will have login queues, yeah. But who knows? It's likely, and he didn't drop anything. Back in these days, there were bosses that didn't drop anything. Total BS, I know.
It's too far away. I need a target.
I don't know if they'll be able to live with that, Naka. I'm just not sure.
I don't have a target.
I think one of the reasons is because dungeons were more of a communal experience. You weren't just getting in to do the dungeon. It was a bonding experience. The wipes, the victories, the wins, the losses. And you'd meet people and be like, yo, let's do this again tomorrow. Because you'd still be doing the same dungeon.
I need a target. Out of range.
So, you know, you'd settle in with a cup of hot cocoa, you'd run a dungeon a dozen times. And that would be, and we'd be okay with that.
It's too far away.
Maybe we'll be lucky and get one of the rare spawns here. It was a great way to spend an evening. It was a great way to spend a day. It was a great way to spend a weekend.
I don't have a target. I need to
Dungeon grinding is a secret methodology to the level up experience. You get a good group, you can't get killed in here, you know, by enemies. Don't worry about Horde killing us. You have access to the best drops. Including the extremely rare bind unequip items that can drop a higher chance in here.
I need a target.
And it's like my group is talking about right now. They make a great point. They're like, I've got a level 120 characters and I can't name a single piece of their gear. In Classic, you know what items are. You know exactly what you're looking for, you know what the power items are, you know what you want, you know what they look like.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. Out of range.
Changed the respec cost, so I wonder... I would only need to get 20 points in this. I could actually respec and get Blade Flurry right now, which is amazing.
I don't have a target.
Having that on tap for dungeon runs is a very good thing.
It's too far away. I need a target.
Yeah, that's right. PvP was a big thing too, Naka. That's absolutely right.
I need to get closer. It's too far away. It's too far away. I can't attack that.
You sure did. I remember that. I never really went for any of the PvP grind stuff, but I did PvP a lot. But that was mainly because my PvE stuff was overpowered as hell in PvP. And it was super fun tearing people in half.
target. I need to get closer. I need a target. I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Ran out of poison. Gotta have your poisons on. Big hammerheads. That new cool green hammer I got. I'm really hoping to get some blue stuff in these dungeons.
Target.
Hey, what's up, Girl Keep Secrets? How you doing? Good to hear.
I'm out of range.
Welcome to the world of Warcraft.
hunger for vengeance.
Too far away.
No rest for the angry dead.
I need a target.
Okay, healing potion. That's nice. I'm great. I'm great, Secrets. Hey, what's up, FB? How you doing?
I can't loot that.
I hope your evening's going well. It's raining outside. It's also raining in game. They must have thought of that. Man, WoW's really advanced. I got scared of the quest NPC. That's funny. It's like, man, we forgot a pull. So now I gotta go outside and reset it again. It can be very dangerous to go outside here. Oh, I love golden retrievers. Look at this nightmare. This isn't even bad. On release, this thing is going to be absolute, just death everywhere. Golden retrievers are awesome. Great dogs. Big dog fan myself. Oh, no, 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 Chris, that's nothing. That is nothing compared to what it's going to be like.
Out of range.
The beta is a pretty limited number of people. On launch, it's going to be an absolute massacre out there.
It's too far away.
I don't know, D, but I do like golden retrievers. They're great dogs. They're super friendly. I should have gone enchanting. I'm doing enchanting on release for sure. That way I can sell Crusader enchantments. The best enchantments.
I need to get closer.
Alright, let's hope he drops the poker this time.
Tell me everything.
Chris says more of a cat person, but I have a German Shepherd. Huh. Now why does a cat person have a German Shepherd?
Naughty secrets. I'll rip the secrets from your flesh.
Come on. Oh, he didn't... Are you telling me he didn't drop it again? Oh my god, he didn't drop it again. He did drop the other thing he could drop. The bloody brass knuckles. Now I can use fist weapons. These are not as good as my dagger, but I can train up my skill. Besides, it's a fist weapon. Come on. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Chris.
I need a target.
Losing a pet is always very difficult.
I don't have a target.
It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. I didn't know, or I would have had somebody make you a cake.
I don't have a target.
I'm sure somebody in the D squad could have.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, I think Jack's quite the chef.
I need a target.
$30. Ought to be young again. I mean, that wasn't a joke.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Get in, we're getting birthday cake. Yeah, no kidding.
I'm out of range.
We got a rare spawn this time, though. So this should be a cool piece of loot, maybe, if we're lucky.
I need to get closer. away. Out of range. It's too far away.
Gotta get that unarmed skill up. Ooh, a neck. Big upgrade for me, as I do not have any necklace. But it looks like the tank wants it. I will let the tank have it.
I need a target.
Cake is good. I think we can all agree on that. Cake and ice cream is a classic combo that has stood the test of time throughout the centuries.
I need to get closer.
You know, in ancient Mesopotamia and ancient Sumeria, they were still having cake and ice cream.
It's too far away.
Yeah, it's a little known secret. In ancient Babylon, after they were given batteries by the aliens, they were also given cake and ice cream. Jack asks, what happened to the beard? I cut myself shaving. It'll grow back in a couple days, don't worry about it.
Out of range. I need to get closer.
This is a rare spawn. Ashseer the Sleepless. This guy is rare AF and drops some fat loots. The Blighted Leggings. Oh, that is so good. I wish it was a caster. Those are like ultimate warlock pants. See, that's crazy. You get excited about loot like that in this game, which is just absurd. Like, it's like, whoa, 10 shadow damage and a bunch of int. That's rigged loots. And that's why Shadowfang, not Shadowfang, that's why Scarlet Monastery Graveyard is cool. 2 different rare spawns. The Inquisitor that can sometimes drop the Red Hot Poker, which I still haven't got yet. That I am definitely looking for. I think it's actually possible to get both rare spawns in one run. I'm not entirely certain. Oh yeah, pizza's great. Pizza, ice cream, cake. Legends say that ancient cultures also had pizza and tacos.
I don't have a target. It's too far away.
Specifically ancient Sumeria.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer.
So much for my red Defias mask.
It's too far.
Now I got a helm of stats. It's cloth, but hey, it's got stats. Yeah, you know, they don't tell many people about it. It all goes back to ancient Mesopotamia and the Anunnaki. They actually invented pizza and tacos.
I need to get closer.
Little known fact. They don't teach you that in any history book, I'll tell you that. Whoa, I've just been accused of fake news.
I'm out of range.
I'm glad we're having fun with it.
It's too far away. I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
The year was 2004. It was a simpler time. We were playing World of Warcraft. Secret says I need to get a drink of water. Water is very important. In fact, I have trouble keeping hydrated throughout the day.
I need a target.
Ooh, we just got some big thunder going on here. Big thunder. Drilly Vulture says he drinks about a gallon of water a day. That's a lot of water. It's very impressive.
I don't have a target.
You just know one of these guys is going to drop a blue dagger. And then me and the little rogue are going to kill each other for it. I'm actually getting pretty good XP here. You know, half a level in Monastery Graveyard so far. No risk of getting PvP killed. Oh, that's true, Julie. That's true. Don't mess with Texas. When you get a level up, it means something. It's a big deal. Yo, it is really coming down out there. It's raining cats and dogs, and pizza and tacos, and cake and ice cream.
We hunger for vengeance.
I need to get closer.
No rest for the angry dead.
I need a target.
Ooh, Blood Mage Mantle. Woo! He only drops that in the orb. I've never seen him drop anything else. Really great if you're a mage or a caster of any kind. Because you're pretty much guaranteed to get those drops when you do this phase. It's raining pretty serious out there according to my my weather chart, which I call the window.
I don't have a target. It's too far away. I need a target.
Oh, Kidney Shot is so good. How can I not play Rogue on launch? I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to flip a coin on launch day between Rogue and Warlock. I love roguery, though.
I don't have a target.
Whose puppy is that, or is that a boar? I don't even think we have a hunter in the group. So yeah, we don't have a hunter. So you're talking about an actual druid in beast form. So he's a bear. Did it get reset? Did it get reset? Hope it got reset. Yeah, that's a druid in bear form, so he's our tank. Yeah, what's up?
Tell me everything. Naughty secrets. I'll rip the secrets from your flesh.
Hey Citrus, what's up? No, I won't be there. I'll still be covering it though. I'm working the home team. So you'll see me on streams and stuff. Oh my god, he didn't drop it again. Oh, weak. I really want that red hot poker.
I need to get closer.
Nice. Hope to see you on the podcast more. That's cool. Thank you so much. Hyped for Pokemon tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's the Pokemon Direct, yeah? Fun stuff on that one.
Stealing.
Certainly hoping for a bigger look at Shield and Sword. The game that might finally make me get a Switch. I'll be honest though, if I'm gonna get a Switch, it's probably for the new Etrian Odyssey and or Shin Megami Tensei games. I'm pretty hyped too, Citrus. No idea what to expect from that.
I'm out of range.
I think he gave up on that, Chris. That's a great question, Jack. I think with E3 weekend, I probably won't be able to get into the PoE expansion on Friday. I'll certainly give it a shot, though, but it's going to be a long weekend and a long week. Probably not going to be enough time to dive into a new quote-unquote game.
It's too far away.
Maybe I'll have some time on Friday. But we'll be in full swing Saturday forward. With E3 madness.
I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
Great question, though, Jack. Hope we got some air spawns this time. Jack says he's going all in. I don't know what that means. We playing Texas Hold'em or something? Yeah, you're going all in on Path of Exile? That's not like you, Jack.
I need a target. It's too far away. Out of range. I need to get closer.
Oh gosh, my poisons ran out.
I need a target.
I gotta reapply them.
It's too far away.
Ooh, we got a rare spawn, Iron Spine. I think this guy drops a two-hander. Not sure. Maybe that's the other guy. There's a bunch of rare spawns in this dungeon. It's like all it is you like hope to get the rare spawns and just keep running it over and over.
I don't have a target.
Oh, jeez, look at that. That's a freaking amazing chest for a tank. Until they hit 40, 30 to 40. That's a... wow. Wow. Look at that thing. 17 stam, 6 strength. You could choke a man with that thing. Even got some agi on there to boost your crit, just in case you need it.
Out of range.
Have they said when this gets a full release? Really asked. Yes, it's in late August. Somebody probably has the exact date. What is it, like the 28th? '27th. Yeah, late August.
It's too far away.
You better believe I'll be playing it. We're getting the gang back together for that.
I need a target. out of range.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna call in sick, Julie. That's not appropriate behavior. If I'm feeling really frisky, I might take time off for it. But to do the classic leveling time off thing, it's gonna be like, you need a while. It takes a long time to get to 60.
Too far away. I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
Man, I really wish I would have gotten that dagger. It still hasn't dropped yet.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Unfortunately, the other rogue doesn't have it either. So that means it's going to be a roll-off when he finally does drop.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Popping these ghosts.
I'm out of range. Far away.
Hey, you know, it's kind of crazy that I'm leveling up in beta. Then I'm going to do it again.
I don't have a target.
What am I doing? You know, you're not wrong about that, Chris.
I need a target.
Ooh, look at these boots. I think this might be an upgrade. 3 edgy. Oh, the other rogue needed on him too. Dang you, rogue. You won with an 11. I rolled a 2. I mean, that's okay. If I use my 2 on some crappy green boots, when the blue drops, that means I'll roll big.
I don't have a target.
I mean, that wasn't an actual roll, Chris. It wasn't like a chest roll. It was an actual loot roll.
I need to get closer.
His boots have 7 stam on him. That's no joke. That's a lot of HP. That'll save your life.
I can't attack that target. I'm out of range.
I wonder when they're planning to up the level cap again. I gotta figure this out so I can make sure I hit 40 in time.
I don't have a target. A target.
We hunger for vengeance.
I need to get closer.
That was how you knew it was a serious enemy, because it talked.
No rest for the angry dead.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Ooh, Twilight Boots of the Owl. And of course, the same mantle he drops every single time. Oh, Drooly, you're so right. Drooly says, he's hungry for vengeance, but all you're serving is pain. That's right. Sinister Strike infused pain. The good stuff. with this Sequoia Hammer of the Owl, or whatever the heck I'm using. Sequoia Hammer of the Monkey. It's not bad, to be honest, but I'd like a real weapon. Since I'm human, swords or maces are definitely the best. 5 more skill is no joke.
I need to get closer.
Let's see what we're doing out here. Oh, it looks really healthy. See all these bones? Dead people. Dead things, Mikey. Dead things. This place is a freaking war zone. And everybody's doing this. Because they know they don't want to level outside. It's too dangerous. I never get anything done.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. Target.
Alright, let's hope he drops it this time.
Tell me.
This is
Tell
what,
me
the 4th time
everything.
we've killed him? And no pokers?
Naughty secrets. I'll rip the secrets from your flesh.
See, it's actually that little torture poker thingy. Oh no, he didn't drop it again. I swear, this guy. This freaking guy. Worst mini-boss ever.
target.
Oh, out of poison. You're gonna have to reapply that stuff. I reckon. Hitmonchan says those are pro gamer shades if I ever saw them. I think you're right. I think they are mad pro.
It's locked. Out of range. I need a target.
I mean, yeah, they do grow them big down in the torture chambers. Big rats. Big rat energy down here. Now we gotta hope for one of the rare spawns.
I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I don't have a target. It's too far away. I need a target.
You know, Hitmonchan, I actually don't know what they say about big rats.
I need to get closer.
I know what they say about Hitmonchan, though. Maybe we get. I hope we get to see a Hitmonchan Pokemon Direct tomorrow. That'd be cool. Yo, why have we found like no leather, like ever? You speak the truth, Hitmonchan. You speak the truth.
I need a target. It's too far away. I'm out of range.
And when you get big enough, you can stop going to the Scarlet Monastery Graveyard and move into the other wings. That's when you start fighting some cool stuff. The Houndmaster, who could forget him? got to get 4 friends and you want to do nothing but run this place over and over. For days. Because you start in this wing, then you go to the next wing, then you go to the next wing, you go to the next wing. Killing all these crazy Scarlet Monastery Inquisitors. The Graveyard is actually the really chill wing. Ooh, Night Sky. That sounds like a rogue glove. No, it's not, though. They're cloth gloves. So who's looking forward to playing WoW Classic on release? And did you play WoW before? These are important questions. Wow, Chris, you haven't played since Mists? Crazy. Hitmon's never played WoW for more than a day or two. Yeah, that makes sense, you know. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Mist was a long time ago. And I agree, you know, I didn't like Cataclysm. I didn't like Mists, although people seem to think Mist is like some really cool expansion. I thought Legion was really cool. Oh, we got our blue. We got a BOE blue. It's probably amazing, but it's an axe and I can't use it because I'm a dumb rogue. Yeah, Hitmon, that's definitely true. I think that was one reason why people like Classic so much, because if you don't have friends, you have to make friends. Simply, you really can't play it by yourself if you want to play it in any long-term capacity. It just doesn't fly. And I think, since most MMOs now allow you to play, you know, by yourself, in, with, you know, queue finders and group activities that aren't really require groups, you know, you just sort of meet up and do stuff. I think some people that are coming back to Classic are really craving that experience again, that of the social MMORPG. For all the good and bad that that entails.
target. I need a target. Out of range.
It's just really fascinating to me that Classic is coming back. It's just so weird. It's awesome, but it's so weird. I mean, yeah, that's definitely true, Chris. It is a huge time commitment.
I need a target.
Yeah, it's a thing that, you know, it gets played up a lot as an awesome thing, Hitmonchan, but there are bad things too. Having to interact with people doesn't always work out well. I mean, if you're willing to, you know, it can be nasty out there on the internet, right?
Excellent!
I don't have a target.
You know, we're talking about
It's too far away.
leveling up strategies. I once wrote a guide on what you should eat and how you should power your cycles. To stay on for like 18 hours a day for leveling. I've done this more than once. Alright, then if you're not bothered by that, Hitmon, you're good. You should be fine. Yeah, Hitmonchan, I once, this was it's probably 13 years ago. I think I wrote this guide for the release of Burning Crusade. And yes, it did cover what to eat in it as one of the things. I wrote this for my guild. I wasn't writing for any publication at the time. This was on the guild website for tips to level up and how to go the extra mile.
Vengeance.
What to eat in it was covered. I'm actually contacting the old guildmaster who ran the website to see if I can pull the text from it. I don't know if everything in it would be appropriate today. But I'm immensely curious to see how that guide would stand up today, because it was written literally 13 years ago for the Burning Crusade launch. God, I'm super curious now. I'm actually gonna text him right now. See if he has it somewhere. Hitmonchan, it was basically, from what I can remember, this is 13 years ago, so my memory is not going to be exact here. But it had picked power-packed protein energy foods. It was like eggs, and how to cook them, and how to make them, and how to eat them, and how not to be over-reliant on caffeine, because you get the caffeine dump, and you lose a lot of energy, and you actually lose efficiency by going with stuff like Red Bulls and stuff. Unless you were using those at the end of the cycle for the extra like final 2 hours in your cycling, because cycling was very important to this. It was a marathon, not a sprint. Because if you just went like super hard and then passed out for like a whole day, that's not efficient. And the guide was basically about how to make the most efficient leveling cycles. Not only in your eating and sleeping habits, but in order to get maximum efficiency from when other players would be certain levels. So you'd always want to like be peaking, so you'd have access to a new zone. You'd be first in there, so you wouldn't have to fight for mobs. I was a pretty hardcore MMORPG player, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, I've, let's just say, and I probably wasn't even, I was a hardcore player, but I probably wasn't even the most hardcore. But yeah, I had a lot of passion. A lot of passion for this game and MMORPGs in general. Oh god, we're disbanding. I gotta find a new group. Oh god, no. We only did like 5 runs, you guys. Come on. Where's your dedication? Alright, it's a freaking war zone here. I gotta find another group fast. I know, right, Gango? Well, you did like 5 runs. Alright, I just texted the old website owner, see if I could get that content. I'm sure he's got a backup saved somewhere. Hitmonchan says, were you playing WoW when it first released? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I baited WoW before it came out. And I absolutely played on release too. I was insanely hardcore. GameGo says, 5 more days to the Bethesda showcase? Yes. 5 more days, not even 5 more days. The E3 excitement starts much sooner than that, I believe. Yeah, look at the bones. This place has been just massacred. But I'm sure another group will get going here soon. That needs another soldier. Everybody smart's leveling in this area right now. Oh, Gango, you're going to the Bethesda event. Super cool. Have fun. Those are always a blast. Being actually there in person. Can't do very good coverage, though, at the press conference. But tons of fun. I hope you have a good time. You have no idea what to expect before and after? Well, you'll have to wait in line a little bit before you go in. It'll be fun. You'll have a really good time. You'll have a good time, Gango. Just go with the flow. And yes, Julie is correct. Take a selfie with any enemy crabs you see. So here's Scarlet Monastery. There's this wing, which we've been doing extensively, the Graveyard, which you've all seen in the last few hours. Then you got that wing, you got this wing, the Armory. Oh, yeah. Man, I can't wait to use those wings. Good stuff, good stuff. GameGo says, taking all your business cards. Definitely take business cards. Anytime you go to anything, even related to E3. Hitmonchan says, wear a diaper. Nope, that's for leveling. That's a level up tactic, not an E3 tactic. GameGo says, would love to get invited to an industry party, but you're not holding your breath. Well, GameGo, bring your business cards. And if you know where to hang out... If you know where to hang out after hours, you'll have no problem getting some party invites. Spartan1154, thank you so much for the follow. If you're wondering what we're doing right now, we are waiting to get back into Scarlet Monastery. The group broke up after about 5 runs. We're on the cusp of level 31 here. Looks like some Horde and Alliance fought here, I'm not sure. What indicated that, huh? Definitely want to get back inside there as soon as possible. Hey, Gabe, go. I'll hit you up. Message me on Discord later. I'll help you out. And Drilly, yes, the goat is gone. I told you it was going to be gone. It's been gone since I said it was gone.
Yes! Why does everyone automatically assume I know tailoring and cooking?
GameGo says, the most important thing for me is to avoid seeming like an overeager amateur. I'm sure it'll happen anyway. Hey, overeager amateur. Plenty of those out there. You gotta start somewhere. Just don't be a jerk. Looks like we got the start of a group here. We got a healer. No, we don't have a healer. Oh god, now I'm in a group with another DPS. Boo! Worst group ever is 2 DPS sitting around. Because that group is never going to happen. Oh god, should I get involved in this fight? I'm in this fight now. Oh god, oh god, oh god. It's trying to stay out of that. Man, did it get bad fast. Hitmonchan says, be the healer you want to see. It's true. If you want to get groups in these games, the best way to do it is with dedicated... is knowing tanks and healers, or being the tanks and healers. Now, when I run this, when release, I'm gonna have my own dedicated tanks and healers, because I bring the D squad, and I already know all the people. But this is beta, and I can't be picky. So it's basically just like playing WoW all over again without knowing anyone, which is frankly a very interesting experience. More true to form for players who don't already have established guilds and contacts. I'm gonna be having Catchy Cactus be the main tank, so no worries there. And Erlen will be healing, so count on those two. Among others. I actually have some people going back way farther than those two that are going to be playing with us too, which is crazy. Because I started playing with them in Burning Crusade. Norse Monster says, I spent hundreds of hours in WoW over the years, yes. You feel screwed over, you don't have access to the data. I mean, you and probably thousands of other people, yo. It's all gonna get wiped anyway. What do you think is the bare minimum you can run a dungeon with? A tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. The rules were pretty rigid back in the day, truly. GameGo says, Dan, are you interested at all in the Outer Wilds? Outer Wilds. There's 2 games that sound very similar. I want to make sure I get the right one before I comment. Right, Outer Wilds, not Outer Worlds. Different games. So I don't know a whole lot about Outer Wilds. So yeah, sure, I'm interested. I gotta look it up now. Are you going to quit your job to become the ultimate WoW player when it releases? No. I already did that once. 15 years ago, and I don't want to do it again. Now I gotta wait for my group to get here again. How inefficient. GameGo says, I bought it on a whim and it's one of my favorite games of the year. Outer Worlds is the Obsidian game. Yes, Outer Wilds is the No Man's Sky, is like No Man's Sky, but a single solar system and a very crafted experience. GameGo, I'll look into it, but I got lots of... with E3 and all the stuff I'm already playing, it can be difficult for me to jump into one of those, but... I'll take your recommendation and try to get some time onto it. I already got a bunch of stuff that I want to play on stream. Like, Observation has been highly recommended to me as well. It's crazy that you brought that up, though, Hitmonchan. Like, the amount of WoW that I played during my college years was an absurd amount. Just frankly, an absurd amount. Drilly says you need to go back and finish Visage. That was spooky AF. Yeah, but we only had the 1 chapter available. As far as I know, that's still all that's there. I think I do want to do a full playthrough of Visage or Visage or however you pronounce it, but I think we'll do that when the full game is available. We had early access 1 chapter, if I recall correctly, yeah? I do love doing horror games on stream. You know it, I know it. It's fun, it's spooky. I get really scared. I had a really fun playing Devotion on stream. Too bad that one got removed from Steam. You can't even get it anymore. But I was, yeah, I'm definitely hype on Visage. There was 1 of 4 chapters available in early access, and I do plan to do the whole game. Do you know if there's been any updates since then? I think the next time we explore that game is on full release. Maybe I could use the Wayback Machine to find that stuff. Yeah, GameGo, when one of those indie companies goes silent for a while, they're head down making the game. I was very pleased with what Visage had. Oh, that's cool, Norse. That's cool. I will add that to the list of things that people want to see. It's a big list. And we got E3 coming. And there might be new stuff to play on stream with that hitting. You never know. Hitmonchan says, have you met new friends to replace the D-Squad with yet? Do you mean like in real life or in game? I don't plan on replacing the D-Squad with anybody. No. In beta, in WoW beta, everybody's just like... Everybody's basically in like two or three big guilds. It's not the same situation as it's going to be like on launch. Everybody's just kind of thrown in these buckets. It's not an accurate portrayal of what the server will look like on launch. Let's see. Well, I'm just waiting for people. For those of you who don't know what's going on right now, we're waiting for people to get here, and it looks like they got killed on the way, which will happen. PvP is a very real thing. Norse says, if you had to pick one, who would be your most favorite hardcore death metal band? I don't like death metal, so I don't have a favorite. Chris says, what's this group consist of? Any competition for your loot? Yes, it looks like there's another rogue in the group, so if that stupid poker does drop... Oh no, wait, the rogue left. So no competition for my dagger. If it drops. Have I ever been to a metal concert? Yeah, I've been to a Metallica concert. That counts as metal, right? It was early Metallica, so it would count. Is the beta for technical reasons, or are they changing things? Yes. I don't think they're changing anything, but it is a true test, since some of this stuff had to be reconstructed and recreated for accuracy purposes. Just have to see that it works. But I'd say it's a pretty soft beta as betas go. I can't pick a favorite hardcore death metal band. I don't listen to hardcore death metal. So if Metallica counts, Norse, I guess they count. And I've probably been to other metal stuff too when I was younger. I went to more concerts in my youth. I don't remember all of them. I used to be into more punk and ska when I was a younger man. Those are my jams. See how far my group is. Looks like they're getting here. They're getting here. God, they're going through Western Plaguelands? Good lord, what are they doing? I don't know if that's like a really smart shortcut or if it's really stupid. Because that's a very dangerous zone. It's like a level 50 plus zone. Well, Julie, like I said, it was a long time ago. This would have been, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years ago. Never really been into jazz, actually. Monchan, I don't have an answer to that question. But thank you for the question. Yeah, I used to go to a lot of punk and ska. I wouldn't call them concerts, whatever they were. Occasions, encounters. Luckily, I was on a campus where both of those genres were flourishing. I remember I went to one extremely epic Mustard Plug concert in the basement of one of the dorms. Oh, that was a thing. Have I ever been in a band? No. When are you going to be in a band? Probably when around my midlife crisis hits. It seems like a good time to be in a band. When you buy the farm with ducks, duck band. Yeah, I do. You know, you guys think I'm joking. But honestly, I do want to get... Maybe I won't get a full-blown farm, but I am going to have ducks. I am going to have turtles. These are things that are going to happen. And a giant goldfish pond, too. Hitmonchan says, why did it take your team so long to get to you? Because that's how long it takes without any summons or meeting stones or any help. You literally have to fly and walk across the world. A giant pond for goldfish? No, a pond for giant goldfish. You know, the koi? Why don't they go to the place first and look for a group? Because it could take a long time to get a group. They're trying to maximize their efficiency by working until they get a group. Yes, Naka, as you can tell, a lot of people are getting their announcements out ahead of the event. in order to not get drowned out in the noise. So people keep trying to go earlier and earlier with conferences and announcements. What am I announcing for E3? I am not a presenter or announcer at E3, but I can tell you that lots of really cool stuff is going to be announced at E3. Definitely excited for multiple announcements this year. Lots of extremely fun stuff. Yeah, GI will be doing a full load of E3 coverage this year. Naka, I hope you're watching this year. I'll be involved in a lot of that. So come by and join us. It's going to be a blast. Are these prescription glasses? What do you think? Yeah, they got it. There's a prescription, alright. Prescription for awesome. Does the coverage start Sunday? I believe the coverage is actually going to start Thursday. Naka. We're going long this time. Stay tuned to the GI Twitter for more updates on that. I'm not sure if we announced our exact schedule yet. But it will be Saturday for sure. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I believe it may be even more than that. This Thursday, indeed, Naka, indeed. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure if we actually decided yet, but I think we are starting Thursday. Is Corporal Nandy a member of the D-Squad? No. Neither of these people in my group that are currently here are members of the D-Squad. I'll be right back. Are they invited to join? D-Squad is always accepting new members. I think my mic might have been off. But yeah, D-Squad is always recruiting. What? What's my team? What's my team? What? Did they start? Why did they start? We don't have everybody here.
I'm out of range.
What are they doing? That might be a bug. Pretty sure those gloves are already bound to me.
I need a target. I need to get closer.
Hello, Corey. How are you? Did we start without the healer? I think we started without the healer. Ah, the healer's warming up food. Nom nom. Corey, my Tuesday is going amazing. Good to see you. They did lift the cap. 30 to 40 is 40 is the new cap. So people can get mounts. Truly a brave new world. A piggy named Bacon. Yeah, that's actually pretty standard.
Tell me everything.
Let's hope he drops the stabby stabber. If chat wills it, he'll drop it. There you go, Game Go got it. It's definitely gonna drop.
I don't have a target.
I got somebody's using recount. I guess I gotta put the right poison on.
Secrets.
We don't want to have somebody out DPS.
I need a target.
There it is, the torture poker. Beautiful little piece of equipment. Got it. Nice. Having some group issues here. All is not well in Denmark. Yeah, the power of chat always works.
Out of range. I don't have a target.
Nice hammer, too. Crazy people in this group. You using the dagger? You using the dagger? Well, I had to wait for the fight to end. Why would I roll on it if I wasn't going to use it? Seriously. Yeah, you know, when you play with different groups, you know, it's... Not all groups are as casual and cool as the last one I was in. I'm in that guild, Game Go, yeah. It's like got 2,000 people on the server. I have no idea what the server population is, but I know that this guild is at the cap, guild cap, which is 2,000. Yeah, Chris, like I said, that's why I prefer to group within the D squad. These guys are like intense, they're like, oh, we're running meters.
It's too far away.
I want every piece of loot, you know how it is. From what I was told, Naka, that it was 2,000. I don't know if that's accurate or not, that's just what somebody told me. If they cap at 1,000, it's at 1,000.
I need to get closer.
Let me check. Can I see that? Yeah, 1,000, you're correct.
It's too far away.
I mean, it's definitely not necessary, Naka, but they're doing it. You could tell that the atmosphere in this group is much different than the one I was in earlier. Hitmonchan says, what is running meters? Ooh, good question. I always forget that not everybody watching is an MMORPG vet. They're running DPS meters to see who's doing, like, the best.
Out of range.
It does have uses to see if people are, like, completely asleep at the wheel, but mostly it's just EP measuring. Especially in a dungeon like this. In raids, you use it to see who's, like, AFKing and just taking the loot. Or occasionally to see who's underperforming on a fight with an enraged timer, yada yada yada. But there's generally no point in running DPS meters in a 5-man dungeon. Yes, Recount is the classic one. But as you can see, you know what? Despite everything, I got my red hot poker, so...
I don't have a target.
I got the torture poker. It's a nice little stabber. Does fire damage. Has a good speed. Good DPS. Good offhand.
get closer.
Obviously, the thing I really want is a main hand, but I don't even think there is a drop in this dungeon that would qualify. Maybe one of the rare spawns has one. D, what's your favorite Castlevania game? Ooh, tough one. I'm gonna go with SNES, Super Castlevania, or whatever it is. It's called Super Castlevania, right?
It's too far away. Out of range. I don't have a target.
Bet you thought I was gonna pick one of those other ones. But I am such an SNES fan, like it's stupid how much I love every game on that system. Actually, I think it might actually be Castlevania 2. Which isn't really a Castlevania game at all. But I have a lot of nostalgia for that one. Did you like SimCity on SNES? No. So you're right, Naka. You got me there. You had that one waiting, didn't you? I did actually like it on the SNES, but I do admit that the PC version is way better. I did play it a lot on SNES, though. Are there any other games you wish we get a classic version like this? Yeah. Dark Age of Camelot. My other favorite MMORPG.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
The SNES one does have good music.
Out of range. I need to get closer.
We get some good conversations going here now and then. I like it.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Yo, this bear just wants to pull everything. Bear on the Druid Bear.
It's too far away.
I'm gonna have to go respec for Blade Flurry here as soon as possible. Have you played Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals? Absolutely! It's great. I think I recommended it in the last, like, SNES RPGs that you probably don't know about that you should play post that I made. I think it was a post over Christmas break that I made. Or maybe Thanksgiving, but maybe Christmas. It was a post I made at GI. What's your favorite underrated SNES RPG? I think I put Lufia 2 in that post. I have a pretty good memory. Everybody loves Lufia 2. Among RPG enthusiasts, it's a very well-known RPG, I think. So I felt kind of bad actually including it on that in that underrated discussion. Some of my other underrated SNES RPGs that I really like are like RoboTrek, Secret of Evermore, which is not underrated in any way. I think that always comes up in underrated conversations, but is not underrated and actually well known. It's always hard to like gauge those posts as what underrated and overlooked RPGs are. Hell, I even like Mystic Quest. Okay? Nobody will admit that. Your first RPG was Dragon Age? What? What? What the hell? Are you like 18? It's a joke, dude. Zombies Ate My Neighbors? Yeah, I know that one. I think that was a really cool co-op game. Played that one a lot. I think I rented that game a bunch. We'd always do it for like sleepover rentals. Here's one I bet you haven't played. Oh, here we go. They're always trying to get me with this. I have and I still own it. Izzy's Quest for the Olympic Rings. You're right. I have not played Izzy's Quest for the Olympic Rings. Can I get a prayer in chat for the return of Breath of Fire? Breath of Fire was a great series, I agree. It did kind of peter out, though, unmajestically. It had some really good ones.
Hunger for vengeance.
Hitman, peace out. Good luck in Siege. Thanks for coming!
Dead. More souls.
Hey, look, it's that orb thing again. Are we counting Pokemon as a video game RPG? I think we have to, because that's what it is. See, even back then, the definitions of an RPG were blurred. Even then. And that was many, many, many years ago. Now nobody knows what the hell an RPG is. Everything's an RPG.
I'm out of range.
Okay, why are you pulling all this stuff out of the tank? This is gonna end badly. Nobody ever argues if Mario's a platformer. Are you serious right now? Is this some kind of high-tech troll?
I need a target. It's too far away.
Here we go with this one. Dark Souls is an RPG.
I'm out of range.
You know what? This argument comes up a lot. Is Dark Souls an RPG? Is Dark Souls an action game? What is Dark Souls? You can create your character, you put stats in, you level up. There is a story.
I don't have a target.
You may not ever engage with it, but there is a story.
It's too far away.
Yeah, basically, there you go, Naka. There you go. Naka solved the riddle. Every game is Dark Souls. What character do you play? You play the Ashen one. You play the Chosen Undead.
I need to get closer.
That's a character.
I need a target.
failed the unlock. Getting those lock-picking points.
I'm out of range.
I'm just telling you, by what metric you make an RPG, Dark Souls probably qualifies.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
And don't get me wrong, I absolutely hate the fact that everything gets called the Dark Souls of X now. I'm just saying, by like strict definition, I think it's an RPG. These guys expect the rogue to just unlock everything. I'm charging a fee for these unlocks. I also think it's dumb to argue about the definitions, but that inevitably happens all the time. Do you still roll for loot? Norse, yeah, we're in a pug group here. We're definitely rolling for loot. I mean, technically it's a guild group, but I don't know these people. Like, it's just because it's the big guild on the server. It's easy to get groups. That's why I'm in it. Why don't you have more abilities? Well, because I haven't bought them, Norse. Because money's tight right now. And I'm only level 30. There's that too. Do you think Sword Quest will ever make Airworld? I have no idea, B. No idea at all. Because during the leveling process, Norse, I only pick up the abilities that I'll use because I want to get them out. Abilities cost a lot of money, comparatively. I don't really need expose armor or any of that other stuff right now.
It's too far away.
The bars will definitely be filled by 60 though, that's for sure.
Tell me everything. Secrets. I'll rip the secrets from your flesh.
I need a target.
Oh yeah, level up. I can get my AoE now for tomorrow. Rogue AoE is some serious AoE. I can just go respec, and I can get Blade Flurry now. Then I'll be truly a group-oriented rogue. What was the best talent spec for Mage and Vanilla? Good question. I did not play a Mage and Vanilla. Probably Ice, right? Because everything in Molten Core is fire resistant? It's just a quick guess. I don't know. I don't know offhand.
It's too far away. I need a target.
J8 says, "Yo, Dan, nice time in hitting 30 just in time for them to raise the cap." Yeah, exactly. Lucky me, huh?
I'm out of range.
Thought I was gonna be done leveling for a while so I can go PvP and stuff, but hey, that's cool. We'll go to 40, we'll get a mount, and we'll cause some real problems, you know what I'm saying?
I need to get closer.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Because I can go level 31, I can get Blade Flurry as well, so I'm going to respec for dungeons. Before tomorrow.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Blade Flurry is a redonkulous increase in efficiency for multiple targets for rogues.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
They did, yes. They just they reduced the respec to 99% off for the beta. Nothing you'll be able to get away with in the real game, but good for testing. Basically, once you get Blade Flow, you can kill the stuff like twice as fast. All my swings would be hitting 2 of these at 20% extra speed every 2 minutes. Still haven't decided if I should play Rogue or Warlock on launch. Doesn't look like we got any rare spawns.
It's too far away.
Looks like the tank died. How could I tell? I died instantly. That's how I can tell. It really sucks dying in old dungeons too, because you don't come back at the entrance because you're not in an instance. You didn't, like, you know, get teleported there from your queue, your LFG queue. You gotta walk back to the dungeon. Corey says, I'm going all out mage, hit cap, then relax. After the best part of WoW, the dungeon gear farm. Yeah, I agree. I don't think raiding is going to be as enchanting as it once was. But the journey to 60 and the dungeon crawling, that's some good stuff. Yeah, upper BRS, lower BRS.
I don't have a target.
Skoloman's one of my favorite dungeons of all time. I love the individual instructor classroom mini-boss rooms. I thought they were inspired. I don't know if they actually are or not, because nostalgia is a powerful drug. But I can't wait to go back and find out. Upper BRS, lower BRS, strat, light strat, dark strat, undead strat, sorry. Whatever, it's the same thing. Nobody calls it that, though. Yeah, just there was a smattering of really cool endgame dungeon experiences that you could do forever, basically, for a very long time. I don't think this is going to launch with the 0.5 sets in, though, because they came later. So I don't think we're going to get that till a later patch. I think that'll go in AQ-ish? Or Blackwing Lair-ish? I'm not sure which. No, it's 0.5. There was a 0.5 Dungeon Blue set that was class set. Now I don't know exactly which patch those went in, so you'll have to look that up.
I'm out of range.
They weren't a thing on launch. That's absolutely true. They came in later. Oh yeah, Corey, everybody had that shield. And that bow. I definitely remember the shield. Every freaking person ever had this shield. And then it was always epic when you started getting the raid tier shields over those, you know? But yeah, that skeletal bow from Skola, man. Did that drop from Rattlegore? In fact, we were talking about this earlier. Like, everybody remembers the bosses in vanilla. They remember what the items were in vanilla. Today, you might remember the boss probably, but you don't remember the item. It's just like, whatever. There's some purple bow that's like 0.3% better than the bow I got now. It's not a memorable upgrade.
I'm out of range.
I don't know why it is either precisely. Because sometimes you do get an upgrade that's as significant as getting an upgrade in Classic.
It's too far away.
I don't know if it's because you just get like a drip feed of more stuff, like you're constantly upgrading. That it feels different than going from one step to the top of the roof. It's not as much of a jump. Yeah, I don't know psychologically why it is. I would imagine that it's a multitude of reasons that all come together into one problem, right? Corey says, I honestly hope this gets to the current retail dev team thinking and sorting it out. Yeah, that'd be cool. I do think that the demand for Classic has been more than they thought. Who knows? But I do hope that the cool design decisions from this game make their way back into retail. For sure. Yeah, Titan forging is a very divisive concept. Yeah, I hear you, Jay. I mean, that's definitely the old school philosophy. That is Classic, right? You know? I definitely see the pros behind Titan Forging too. Like, it's why run X dungeon again, right? You've already got everything. So, well, there's a chance that something really cool could happen, right? I mean, I get that concept. But I do agree that loot doesn't feel special like it did in Classic, but I think there's way more reasons for that than just the existence of Titan Forging. GameGo, like I mentioned earlier, I don't think it's just one. I don't think it's one factor. I think it's a confluence of factors that come together to create the current situation. For example, in Retail WoW, you wouldn't spend however many hours we did tonight just running the same dungeon over and over again.
Out of range.
It's just really hard to like be one of it's almost impossible for me to just compare things one to one,
Vengeance.
like classic to retail. I don't think it's doable in any reasonable manner to be like, oh, classic is so much better.
Rest for the angry dead.
They're definitely fundamentally different experiences at this point. Very different. I think there are good things in both.
I don't have a target.
And I think it's a number of factors that have been like small iterations over the years that have led to larger problems for retail. So much tinkering has been done with the core decisions, you know? Some of the core philosophies. Alright, Baron is leaving. I think that's a good chance for me to say goodnight as well. I think we had a good time tonight. We got a level. I'm going to go back to Stormwind. I'm going to get Blade Flurry. And we'll be back tomorrow night for some more adventures. If that sounds good. Yeah, we're wrapping things up, Game Go. We're wrapping things up. Alright, Drilly. You have a good night. I'm out too, so... Thanks everybody for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you back soon. We're gonna have a lot more fun. We're gonna do a lot more crushing monsters, getting loots. I mean, I got this red hot torture poker now. We gotta use it, right? Thanks everybody for coming, and I'll see you later. I'll be on tomorrow night. Later.